topics, and we're trying to bring this through the YI platform to a lot of our college students and friends that we are interacting with. Right? Young Indians, just to give a few of you who are new to this platform, Young Indians is a consortium under the umbrella of the Confederation of Indian Industry. CII is a very familiar body or a consortium that most of you would have heard of for several reasons. It's a very old industry body in the country, and it dates to about 125 years. Under the umbrella of CII, Young Indians operates on several aspects of social responsibility, entrepreneurship, innovation, and we have a constant dialogue with students, with peers, a lot of our friends on a lot of important subjects or initiatives that kind of are important for India's future. So we are again, a not-for-profit organization working on the pillars of youth leadership, thought leadership towards nation building. So we believe that by collaborating with college students, graduates, school students, we are going to be leveraging all of your effort and time to kind of help build a better country for ourselves. That's the overall objective. And YI Youth Conclave 21 is one of those series that's been going on for a few weeks now from Bangalore and across the 55 odd chapters that we have in India. We are a collective of 3,500, 3,600 odd members who are all professionals in diverse fields. We connect with each other on a lot of common things, and we also connect with about 30,000 college students and kind of partner with them on a lot of social initiatives. So we will be sharing a little bit of what we do on our chat window here. Please look us up, and we'd love to collaborate with you. Again, since some of you are joining us from different cities, look us up across your city itself. 55 cities across India is where we represent, and I'm sure there is a chapter operating in your local vicinity as well. So start collaborating with them, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of lessons for you. Through this conclave of the future, we are trying to bring forward a subject or a couple of topics open for interactive discussion and debate on what the future holds. And one of the series, this particular topic is around technology and what cybersecurity is in a little more depth. So this is like the second session on cybersecurity, where we're going to go a little more in detail, and we have very prominent speaker with us today. Mayur is going to join us, and we listen to him on what are the aspects of cybersecurity that we should be aware of, and what are the careers that exist in this field in the future. So with that quick note, again, continue to keep us in your, likes, or just follow us through the social media handles that we'll be posting in a while. There's a lot of things that we're doing, and it'd be great to have you collaborate with us through your college or individually in some ways. So with that quick introduction, I'd like to share it back to Kevin to introduce the speaker and then start the session. Again, if there's any questions, feel free to put on chat, and we're more than happy to answer any of them. Kevin?
Thanks, Neil. Thanks, Neil. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Myself, Keval, I am a member of CII Young Indians Bangalore chapter. So we are pleased to introduce our speaker, Mayur Parmar, for our today's session on bug bounty essentials. So he has done his master's in digital forensics and information security from National Forensic Science University. Mayur's statement was printed in Times of India on bug bounty in October 2019. He had identified 7 CVEs, basically common vulnerabilities and exposures, which were published in 2020 and has ranked in top 25 in HackerOne Leaderboard India in 2021. Mayur has reported more than 200 bugs and has helped secure companies like Apple, Oyo, Lenskart, Department of Defense, US Army, Acer, OnePlus, etc. So currently he is working as an independent security researcher He was also invited as a guest speaker on various platforms such as CyberCity, GSFC University, SecOnSet, and Rochester Reinvent Cybersecurity Conference 2021. So with this, I hand over to Mayur, and audience, like Neil suggested, please feel free to post your questions in the chat box. And thanks and enjoy this session. Over to you, Mayur.
Thank you, Keval, for the introduction. So let me share my screen. Okay, Keval, can you confirm my screen is visible or not?
Yes, but our Zoom screen is visible. Can you go to the page, whatever you want to share?
Now?
Yes, now it is visible.
Okay. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the bug bounty essential topic. So in that topic, I am going to discuss about what are the bug bounty platforms, why bug bounty is necessary, what are the essential skills that you have to topics, etc. You have to learn where you can practice, and what are the job opportunities, what are the benefits of doing bug bounty, and all the things I'm going to discuss by today. Okay, so this is our today's agenda. So first we will start with the bug bounty, then why bug bounty for organization. Then we will see the difference between the pen testing versus bug bounty. Then we are going to discuss about the various platforms and programs. For that you can do the testing. Then after submission process, report writing, then certification to enter into the cybersecurity field. Then after the last one, job opportunities, right? And how you can get the job by doing the bug bounty. Okay, so let's start with the bug bounty definition. So basically, bug bounty is a practice where you get the bounty by reporting bugs. So whenever you will report bugs to any of the organization that have a bug bounty program, so at the same time they will give you some monetary reward, or might be some appreciation certificate. It can be anything, but surely they will appreciate your efforts because you are securing their organization by reporting the critical or any kind of bugs to ethical manner, right? At that time, they will give you some reward. Okay, so let's talk about the history about bug bounty, that how the bug bounty concept was started. So in the 1995 year, this company called there is one browser, or I guess Netscape. I don't remember that browser name, but there is one browser at that time. So they first introduced the bug bounty program in 1995. Then after the 9 years, in 1990, not 1990, it's 2004, the Mozilla browser introduced their bug bounty program. So in that bug bounty program, they invited hackers to hack their Mozilla Firefox browser and said them to do the security testing and reports back to the Mozilla company. And for that, they will also providing some kind of rewards. Then after, in the 2010, Google introduced their bug bounty program for their organization. Then after, in 2011 year, Facebook introduced their bug bounty program. Then after the 2012 year, there is two bug bounty platform introduced in the market, which is the Bugcrowd and HackerOne, and it is the one of the, we can say, the biggest program in the market currently. It is one of the biggest program in the market, Bugcrowd and HackerOne. They have more than 1 lakh researcher in that platform. Then after I guess after the 2012 year, we have some more programs. We have some more platforms like Cobalt, Synack, Integrity, right? Then after, the bug bounty concept was in the trending phase, and when this corona pandemic started, most of the person are doing work from home. So at that time, most of the students, security professional entering into bug bounty field, because it is a freelancing job, and companies will pay you the reward for testing their products, website, mobile application, etc., IoT devices, right? So this is why bug bounty is very necessary, and it is very nice. Okay, so let's see why bug bounty is necessary for the organization. So these all are the major reason that every organization have to implement bug bounty programs. So the first one is the less acts and breaches. So as in the bug bounty, most of the many researchers will report their bugs by ethically. So definitely they will secure their web application or their assets in just very short period of time. It can be 1 month, 1 week, 2 weeks. It depends on the bug severity. Then after better and more secure apps and services, then faster security implementers, faster security implementation, then more researcher, because in the bug bounty platform or program, there are no particular requirement. Like if you don't have a if you don't have a bachelor degree in IT or cybersecurity, that you cannot participate in the bug bounty program. That is nothing like that. Even if you are from non-technical field, you can participate in the bug bounty program. So yes, anyone can participate in the bug bounty platform and they can report the bugs. Then more experience and then more bugs, because every person have a different mindset. So every person think according to their knowledge and approaches. So definitely the organization will get more bugs and they will secure their assets in just a short period of time. Okay. Then let's see the difference between pen testing and bug bounty, because this bug bounty is a part of pen testing, but there are some slightly difference between these two things, right? Okay, so the first one is the scope, like which are the assets in the scope. So in the pen testing, you have a wide scope. Like mostly the pen testing is done by the consultancy firm. Like you can say there are well-known consultancy firms that will act as a mediator. So they will hire a consultant and they will give them the project. And at the time they have wide scope. Like they can, like we can say, if they have a website which is called let's say abc.com, so that subdomain is also included in the scope. But then at the same time in the bug bounty we have a limited scope. Like they will give some particular website or particular domain, like abc.com is only on the scope. So if they have a multiple subdomains, so we can't test it because it is not in the scope. So even if you report that bug, that is a bug, or if it's a domain which is in the out of scope, so they will also take a legal actions because you are violating their rules, right? So that is thing. Then the second difference is duration. So in the corporate pen testing, you have a very short period of time, like a 1 week, 2 week. So in the 1 or 2 week, you have to pen test their assets and you have to submit the report in that time. Right. So yes, they have a very short time to do the testing and report the bugs. And at the same time, in bug bounty, you don't have any time limitation. If you found just now, you can report bug. Even if you found the bug after the 1 month, you can still submit the bugs. So there are no time limitation. So that's why the bug bounty called as a freelancing job, or we can say the freelancing opportunity. Then after it comes to the cost. So as I mentioned earlier, in the pen testing, they will give project to the big companies, consultancy firms. So definitely they will charge more money. Like for one pen testing project, they will charge from 2 lakh to 10 lakh. It depends on the asset. And at the same time, in the bug bounty, they do not have a specific budget. Like if the researcher reported any bugs, so it is totally depend on the organization, whatever reward they want to give. It will start from the $5 to $30,000, $50,000, $1 lakh. It depends on the organization. Like there are some organizations have that they do not have funds for this bug bounty program. So at that time, what they can do, they simply run a bug bounty program, and if any security researcher report any bugs, so they will provide some goodies or simply appreciation letter for appreciating their effort, right? So it depends. And in the pen testing, they have a small team, like they will assign the and testing project to one particular person or in the team. But in the same time, bug bounty, we have a n number of researchers. Like we can take example of a Bug So in the Bug they have a more than 1 lakh researchers. So in the one program, there are lots of researchers are doing a testing. So they have a more researchers. That means they will get more number of bugs as compared to pen testing. And the large difference is one-time testing in the pen testing. Like they will cost more money, so company won't prefer that they will do testing more than one time, right? And in the bug bounty, it is a continuous process. Like if the organization is running their program for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, so all the researcher will do testing on the daily basis, and every bug bounty program they will receive reports on the daily basis. So we can say it's a continuous testing. So their assets is more secure than the pen testing, I can say, as per my experience and knowledge. Okay, then it comes to prerequisites that you have to learn to get entered into bug bounty. So the first thing is you have to learn the uh, basic of Linux commands and a web application. So in web application, you have to learn how to develop web application, because if you have a better understanding of how to develop a website, then only you can break the website, right? Because but at the same time, if you don't have knowledge of web application, I guess it is very difficult for you, because some bugs are there that are very easy to understand and easy to exploit. For further exploitation part, you need a programming knowledge. So that's why I'm suggested to go with the developing a web application project. Like you can use a PHP language to build a web application, and it totally depends upon you. But the PHP is the core language, so I suggest you to go with the PHP only. Then after networking concept, then after operating system. So here I want to mention only two operating systems, Linux and Windows. And this is the widely used, because we already know MacBook is very costly. So as per my knowledge, there are very less people that use the macOS. Right. So better to go with the Linux and Windows. And my suggestion would be go with the Linux-based operating system. Like you can say, Ubuntu will be there, Kali Linux, Parrot OS. Then you can also install some tools in the Windows. But most of the hacking tools are made for the Linux operating system. So just use the Linux operating system for installing your security tools. Then after programming language, so learn at least one programming language, because you may find that some automated tool from that is developed by the other researcher. But if you want to develop your own tool, that programming knowledge is necessary. So for that, just learn Python, PHP for web development, and the bash scripting. Because in the bug bounty, bash scripting is very helpful to automate some of the tasks. Like if you want to scan the subdomains, then you have to run some other tools also in the same script. So at that time, you can use the Python as well as the bash scripting. So it is very essential thing that you have to learn. Then after some.
Sorry, Mayur. Is it okay if
Yes.
you turn on your video? Because we have a bandwidth issue since we're on site. Is that okay?
Okay. Okay, then after we have some common definition that that you will face on a daily basis. So the first one is a threat. So threat can be anything. It will be a man, person, or any of the person, because sometimes attacker will also get some of the vulnerabilities. So at that time they will use that vulnerability, or we can say the uh, vulnerability to harm the website. So at that time, that person is called a threat, or you can say the threat actor, right? Because it is act like a threat actor to damage the website. Then after the vulnerability. So basically, the vulnerability is a weakness which can be exploited by threat actor, and it can be a attacker. So with the help of vulnerability, they can do some malicious thing like dumping users data, do some purchase by manipulating some of the parameters, and many things they can do. Then after the exploit, so exploiting that vulnerability is called the exploit, and that you can say the piece of code which is called the exploit. Then after the POC, which which is the proof of concept. So whenever you will submit your report, so it will act like a POC for for that security team of the organization, because when they see your POC, they will reproduce the bug, and it will easy for them to fix that vulnerability in just a short period of time. Because and if you don't write the vulnerability report very easily, or you can say the very clearly, so it is difficult to them to fix that vulnerability. So make sure you write the POC report very clearly. Then after programs and platforms. So in the bug bounty, we have basically two types of programs and platforms. So the first one is the private one, and the second one is the public one. So in the private one, we have a three platforms that is mainly this is very famous one, Synack, Cobalt, and Yogosa. And to register into this platform, you have to pass their technical assessment test. So in the technical assessment test, they will give you some challenges which is related to either will be on the network pen testing, web pen testing, mobile pen testing. It depends on the platform. Like in the CNAP, they have a different option, like they have a web pen testing program, mobile pen testing, network pen testing is also there, IoT is also there. So they have a different type of assessment test. So you have to clear that assessment test to get entered into that platform, and then after you can start the testing of that platform, or you can say the program, right? Then after we have a public platform, which is the HackerOne, Bugcrowd, Integrity, Just We Hack. Right, so this is the public platform. So you can simply go to that platform and you can register your account. There are no need of technical test. Just register your account, just go to the program, read the scope, and what are the bugs they are expecting and all the things, and you can start the testing. And I have one more platform, which is a nice one. Okay, show you that platform. It is a very good one. Okay, so this is that platform. Currently, it is a new platform, so they do not have a very large number of programs. But I want to give you one more thing that they are providing. Like in the many bug bounty programs, they won't teach you that how to find the bugs. But in this platform, they will also teach you how to find the bugs. They have one dedicated section for education. So in that, they will give you some courses. From that, you can learn the bug bounty. You can say bug bounty thing, and some vulnerabilities that is mostly found in any of the web application. So they have a two type of courses for beginners and for advanced hunters, or you can say the intermediate hunters. So simply you have to go to this platform, which is the avatao.com, and just click on this link. So they will automatically add these two courses in your account, and you can start learning. And it is a free one. You don't need to pay anything for learning, right? Because in the bug bounty, or you can say in the cybersecurity field, the learning process is very expensive for the certification and all the things. But this platform is providing for free, so it is very good for us, right? Okay, then after we have a third category, which is the self-hosted program, which is not hosted on any of the platform. It is the, we can say, the independent program, which is hosted on their website only. So let me show you that how you can find those programs. So for that, you can use some Google Docking techniques. Like they have responsible disclosure. Okay, so they have a program like this, which is hosted on their own website only. And this page is called as a responsible disclosure page, or you can say the bug bounty program agreement. So here you will find all the information. Like if you find any of the bugs, so you have to mail them via this special email address. So in this mail, they are handling all the reports and communication related to the bug bounty reports and all the communication. And they will also have a in scope and out scope thing. Like they will also suggest that what not to do. So you can't do this thing. If you do this thing, they will do a legal action. Like you cannot send malware, you cannot copy, delete, or change anything in that website. You cannot use brute force technique to crack the thing. You cannot try denial of service or social engineering attack. And at the same time, they will also tell you that what are the things they are expecting from you. So when you report the security flaw, check that comply with the condition and describe above. If you do so, the government will not attach any legal action. And one more thing, if you test the website that have a bug bounty program, so you will act as an ethical hacker. So you will report the bug, they will won't take you any legal action. But at the same time, you are testing any of the website which it doesn't have any bug bounty program or policy. So at that time, they will also take a legal action against you, because you are you're you do not have permission to test their website, right? So just take care of this thing. Let me show you some more programs. Let's see some programs that will give some rewards. See, I told about the in-scope and out-scope thing, right? So in the what we promise, it is they are expecting, and this is the out-of-scope thing. So in the mostly bug bounty program, they have this section out of scope, and in that out of scope section, they will mention some of the vulnerabilities. So you have to just check this out of scope section before starting the testing. Like they are do not accepting HTTP 404 pages, clickjacking, lack of secured HTTP only flags, offset HTTP method enable, and the security headers related vulnerability, SSL related vulnerability, this SPF DKM demigrated issues, post header injection. So just take care of these things, because in the independent program they do not take any kind of action. But in the bug bounty program, if you report some of the bug which is already listed on the out of scope part, so they will also deduct your point. Why? Because in the bug bounty platform, they have a point system. Like if you report any of the bugs, they will provide you some points. Like in the bug crowd case, they will give 40 points for the even severity bug, right? So if you report out of scope the bug, so they will deduct, I guess it's a 5 point. So they will deduct a 5 point for that. So just make sure this thing, that you are not violating their rules. So this is the bug crowd platform, and I'm taking this example. So this is the, might be you have heard about this Dell community. It's a very well-known company which is involved in the laptop manufacturing and all the gadgets, right? So here is they are running their bug bounty program in this bug crowd platform, and it is their platform. You can see they are not providing any kind of monetary reward, but they will give you some points. So you can see rewards and rating, right? And you can see they have this in scope and out scope section. So you can see in the in scope section, you will find that star.delltechnologies.com. So what it means? It means you can test their subdomains also. But in other programs, you will find like delltechnologies.com only. So at that time, you can only test the main domain only. So just do this thing. Then you can see they are also accepting reports related to their Android application, iOS application, right? In the out of scope, they mention some of the domains. You can see m.platform.boomi.com, and some other domains also there like star.rsa.com, rsconference.com, right? You can see in the focus areas. So they are focusing mostly on this vulnerability: cross-site scripting, CSRF, SQL injection, privilege escalation data vulnerability, and this is the excluded submission time, which means the out of scope section, right? And these are the program rules. So you have to read this, all the rules before starting the testing, right? And then in the background, some programs will also provide you some monetary reward. And they, in the platform like Bugcrowd, HackerOne, they also have a private program. So when you report any bug to this platform, so after they will give you some private invitation. So in the public programs, any of the researcher can participate, but in the private programs, they only invite a researcher will get the entry and they will do the testing. So if you are not into that program, you can't do the testing, right? Because you do not have access to that program. But you can also found those programs using the Google.in theme, right? So this is the same thing, and this is for the HackerOne. These all are the programs that are running on the HackerOne platform, like you can say HackerOne is there, Django, Ruby and Rails, and this is the rewards. You can see bounties, and this is the average bounty they are paying. You can see number of resolved reports, and if you are a beginner in the bug bounty, just choose that program that have a very less report result in now, because that have a very nice scope. And if you have good knowledge of website development, so it will also help you in the bug bounty, right? Okay, so let's say scoping assets. So these are the assets that have in the any of the program, like they have web application related assets, then mobile application related assets that include Android, iOS, right? So in the Android case, you have a physical device, like Android mobile is common, right? Most of the people have the Android devices, but for the iOS, it is very necessary thing that you have a MacBook, or you can say the Apple device, and the Apple device is Apple iPhone is necessary to do the testing. So most of the researcher won't participate in the program that have this iOS mobile application testing. And we have some other things like API testing, IoT devices testing like router, firewall, and some other gadgets will be there. So at that time, you can also test the IoT devices also. And the IoT devices have very great scope in the bug bounty, because it is very trending thing in the current scenario. Like you can say in the car also, you have IoT devices, like you can also hack the cars also, because uh, in the car remote they are using that that key to unlock the car, right? So they are basically using the frequencies. So by using some of the devices, we can also capture that frequency and do the hacking. So it is also very nice thing to learn the IoT hacking. Then after it comes to point system. So in the bug bounty and the pen testing, we have a severity level from P5 to P1, right? In the P1, it is called as critical. So in the P1 category, they will they will accept bugs that are more impact. Like they will, from using that bug, attacker can also damage their website or dump some data. So it depends on the bug, then which type of bugs you are reporting. Like I will tell you one bug. Let's consider they have one admin portal, and you just simply use some common password, like admin is a very common one. So if you entered admin and you just get entered into that platform, or you can say the admin portal, so it is called as a P1 severity bug, because if you enter into admin panel, you can do lots of things like deleting some of the data. You can also modify some of the data, upload some files. So at that time, it is considered in the P1 category. And in the same time, in the P5 category, they will accept bugs that have very less impact, or you can say no impact. Like if you found some of the version number of any application, like you are testing on the google.com, and from that you found that they are using some of the third-party library, and you have found that they are running this version, and this might be vulnerable to some vulnerability by using some Google searching, but you won't find any possible exploit. So at that time, they will consider this bug as a P5 severity bug, because we are not able to exploit that bug, right? And for this point system, you can refer this bug crowd taxonomy. So in that bug crowd taxonomy, you will find all the bugs from P1 category to P5 category. You can see in the first, you will find server security misconfiguration, and this is the vulnerability name using default credentials that I told you just now, right? Then after file inclusion, you can see all the bugs, P2 severity bugs, P3, P4, P4, and P5. And remember one thing, for P5 severity in the bug bounty, they won't give you anything. For P2 to P4 severity bug, they will give you some rewards. So just remember this. And follow this crowd taxonomy while reporting the bugs. And they have also one exceptional categories that will varies from bug to bug, like you can say part traversal, directory listing enable. Like sometimes you will find the directory listing enabled, but in that directories you won't find any sensitive information. So at that time it vary. Like they will also consider in the P5 severity, or sometimes you will find some database files, or might be some sensitive files. So at that time they will consider this bug as a very high severity, or P1 to P2 severity. Depends. Okay. Then after submission process. So let's say how the submission process will go on the platform. So this is one simple diagram of this platform. Yes, we have. So it is their submission process, but the same process will applicable to all the bug bounty platforms and bug bounty programs, right? So whenever you will report one bug, so it is considered as a new report. Then after it will be reviewed by the triage team, or you can say the security team. So then after, and they will validate your report whether the bug is valid or not. Valid, that means this bug is not reported by anyone, and it is a very unique one. So at that time, they will mark your bug as a valid. And if your bug is not valid, or if it's a duplicate, so what means it's a duplicate? So duplicate means if the same bug is reported by any other researcher earlier than you, so at that time they will mark your submission as a duplicate. So for that they won't give you any points, but in the bug crowd they will give you some points. I don't know about the hacker one, but recently they announced that they are giving the 2 points for the duplicate reports. And then after not applicable, like if you report any bug and they are not able to reproduce any issue, or might be reported some bugs and you just made some mistake in the your reports, at the time they will also mark as a not applicable, and for that they will deduct your point. Then after invalid, then after out of scope will be there. Like if you report any bug which is on the out scope, so they will mark as a out scope. Then the duplicate bug, then the spam, then RTFS. So when they mark your bug as a valid, so then they will mark as a tried or accepted. It depends on the platform. They have a different status option. Then after accepting the bug, so they will set a reward. Like some programs will give you $50 for P5 bug and $1,000 for P1 bugs. So it depends. Like in the same case, some of the programs are giving only points. So they will also give you some points based on severity. Then after giving you a reward, so and then after they will forward your report to their development team. So after that, they will fix the bug. They will ask you for the verification whether this bug is fixed or not. So you have to reproduce that bug again from your side, whether this bug is patched or not. Then after, you have to inform them that yes, the bug is patched and this vulnerability is remediated now. Then after, they will mark your report as a report. right? Then after they will give you also some points. So in this just we had case, they will give you +7 points. Then after resources. So if you are new to this penetration testing, so I am going to suggest some of the very good books to clear your fundamentals. So the first one is the OWASP testing guide. It is all the free resources. There are no paid resources. OWASP testing guide, and this is the one more book, which is the web application hackers handbook, right? Then after web hacking 101, and this is Zisano methodology. And at the same time, you can also read the same thing from the blog. Like you can go to this website called medium.com and just simply search some of the topics. Like if you want to read for bug bounty related blogs, so simply search on Medium like bug bounty or some specific vulnerability. So you will find lots of blogs which is written by the security researcher. And at the same time, there is one more website we have, which is the pentester.land. So there will also you will find lots of blogs of the bug bounty, and you will also go to this GitHub repo. There you will find all the bug bounty write-ups. Okay. Then after OWASP top 10, and most of the bug bounty programs and security researchers follow the OWASP top 10 guidelines, or you can say the OWASP top 10 list. So first, let me tell you what is the OWASP top 10 and OWASP top 10 list. So basically, this list is published by the OWASP team, or you can say the OWASP Foundation, which is the Open Web Application Security Project. So in every 3 to 4 years, they will release one top 10 vulnerability list, which is found in that 3 to 4 year period. So you can see these are the vulnerabilities is there in the OWASP top 10 list. So this is for 2013, which is released on the 2013 year. At the same time, we have this one more list which is released on the 2017, and it is the latest. Till now, we don't have any latest list for the current year. So yes, we can follow this list only. You can find the bugs like from different categories: injection, broken authentication, session management, XSS, IDOR, security misconfiguration, and sensitive data. And this all list will be added and removed for the all the years. Okay, so if they will release one more list in the upcoming years, so might be you will not find that idle bug might be removed, security misconfiguration is removed, right? So it depends. But for this 2013 and 2017 list, you will find that they merge two bugs, which is the insecure direct object references and the missing function level access control. So they merged these two bugs into one category, which is the broken access control. And in the same time, they've also added some more vulnerability, like you can see XML external entities, insecure deceleration, insufficient logging and monitoring. So they've added 3 new bugs, right? So in the injection bug, you will find like SQL injection, HTML injection, LDAP injection, and in the broken authentication, you will find some authentication related bug like session related bug, or some authentication related bug like you will find some login panel, and if you are able to bypass login panel using some techniques, so at that time you can report that bug in the broken authentication category. And in the third category, which is the sensitive data exposure, that you will test for some of the vulnerability. Let's consider if you found any website which is running on the HTTP protocol, which is, you already know that it is not secure one. So any attacker can take advantage of that vulnerability. And if they are running that website on the HTTP protocol, so attacker can easily see your whole data. So let's consider one scenario, like you are sitting on one of the restaurant, cafe, or might be some hotel, and you are using one website. Let's consider for the banking website, and you are doing a transaction, and they are running on the HTTP protocol. So at that time, attacker can use some of the tools like a Wireshark is very famous ones. Okay, so they can use Wireshark and they can see your whole data, like you are entering any entering your credentials, so they can also see your data because your all the data are transmitted in the clear text form. So it's very dangerous one at that time because if the attacker will get your credential, they will also stole your amount, or you can say the whole money from your account by doing transaction. Then after sensitive data exposure, XML and external entities, broken access control. In the broken access control, you will find some of the vulnerabilities related to access control. Like you can say, if you are working in any organization, so in the most of the organization they have roles like they have a CEO, manager, employees, some the account department is there, and all the person have different roles. Like for CEO, they can access anything, like they can see the employee detail, they can modify some of the information, and the same time the manager have a different access control. But as an employee, you are testing their website and you found that I am able to also see some of the sensitive data which is not authorized to do by me. So at that time you can also report that bug because you do not have permission to read the data. But by using some tricks, or if you found some bugs from which you are able to see the data, so you can report. Then after security misconfiguration, after cross-site scripting, cross-site cross-site scripting is a very commonly found bug in any of the web applications. Then after insecure deceleration and using components with known vulnerability. Like in every website, they are using some third-party components, and if the third-party components is affected with some of the dangerous vulnerabilities, so at that time you can also report that vulnerability to their organization. Then after insufficient logging and monitoring. Okay, then after OS and tools, so you can use Kali Linux, Ubuntu, Parrot, and there is one more OS which is the Bug Bounty. It is specially made for the bug bounty. And if you are a newbie in the bug bounty, so and you don't have knowledge that how to use the Linux operating systems, so then you can go for the Kali Linux because in the Kali Linux operating system you have all the security tools which is pre-installed. You don't need to install any of the external third-party tools. Most of the well-known tools are already pre-installed, and you can also use the Ubuntu. Ubuntu is like you can say stock Android stock Android device in which you don't have any third party or any external application installed. It is like a plain OS. You have to install everything whatever you want, like from uh, from the tools, all the things. And after you can also use the Parrot OS, right? Then after the tools, in the bug bounty, we have one common tool which is called Bug Suite. Bug Suite is the main tool that every researcher use while doing the testing of the web application because it will contain some most of the common functionalities, or you can say the tools that is used in the website testing. Like we have a repeater, decoder, proxy tab, intruder tab that you can use, and they have one more functionality which is called extender. So you can also install some third-party plugins to enhance your bug suite capabilities, right? Because if you install third-party plugins, so they will act like add-ons, and they have different different capabilities than the bug suite. So you can also use. At the same time, you can also use the OS Labs, which is made by the OS Foundation only, and it is a free one. You don't need to pay anything. But for the bug suite, they have a free version. So the first version is the bug suite Community Edition, and the second one is the bug suite Professional, and the third one is the bug suite Enterprise. And bug suite Pro and bug suite Enterprise is a paid one. You have to pay some money to get the license. But for OS Dev, you don't need to pay anything. It is a free one. Then after you can use the Nmap Automator, SQMap, AMAS, FFUP, Nuclei. Nuclei is also a very good tool to scan the vulnerabilities. Then after you have vulnerability scanner like Nikto. Then we have one more automated tool which is called WAPT. You can also use the WAPT for WAPT is able to find some high severity vulnerability. You just need to supply the URL of the target organization, and it will do all the things for you. This is very good one. But one more thing, don't rely on the automated tools. Do the testing manually. Okay, then after testing the bugs, you have to write the vulnerability report, right? So for that you can use the templates. So let me show you some. This is general templates. You can also make your own. Let me show you one template. Okay, so this is the general template that we are going to use. So this is the vulnerability name. Let's consider user default credentials. Then after you have to give the vulnerability name. Then after some brief introduction about the vulnerability. Then after default credentials, like the in which application or which domain you found this vulnerability, right? Then after you have to mention the steps that how you are able to do how you are able to find this vulnerability, all the steps. Like if you just go to login panel, visit the following link, we can see the default credential of the software, right? And after logging into the application using the default credentials, or in the step 2, right? Then the proof of concept. So in the proof of concept, you can also take the screenshot, and you can also make a video POC. And as per my suggestion, go with the video POC, because sometimes if you report the POC with the screenshot, so sometimes a website will fix your bug and they will not respond. And sometimes they will also give you some excuse that reproduce that bug again after fixing that bug. So if you recorded the video, so you have a proof that you can showcase if they ask, right? So always go with the video POC. Then after you have to give them impact, that what are the things that attacker can do if they get this vulnerability, right? So it will make a very good impression if you give this thing to the organization. Then after attack scenario, it is an optional one, right? If you want to give the attack scenario, you can. Then after remediation step, like how they can fix this vulnerability. So in this case, you can say disable or change the default credentials after installing new software. You should be prompted to change the password in the first login. And from this default credentials vulnerability, I remember one thing, like mostly we are using the broadband connection in our home, right? And you are using the router in your home. But most of the people won't change the default ID and password. So you will also face this attack. Huh? So always change the default credentials, even if your router, or even if your laptop, or if you are using if you are working any organization, you can also suggest the same thing to your organization, right? You can also tell this thing to your organization. You can also follow this reference, this cobalt.io, so that they will teach you that how to write a report. Then after, advantage for researchers. So the first thing, it will values your resume. Like if you got Hall of Fame or appreciation from any of the organizations, you can put the same thing in your resume. Then it will increase the possibility of getting a job in the industry, because in some of the company, they will prefer a candidates that have a bug bounty experience, or maybe they have a Hall of Fame appreciation from the any of the organization, they have a Hall of Fame. So this will help you. Then opportunity to make money on a spare time. As I already say, it is a freelancing job, so you don't have time limitation. Whenever you want, you can do the testing of the web application and get the reward, right? Because most of the organization give you the monetary reward. Then glory and fame. So you will also get the fame. Like in the Buckrout case, they will provide you Hall of Fame. So you can also showcase this Hall of Fame to company, or on you can also post this thing in your social media profiles. So all the people will appreciate your effort, because you are doing very good thing, right? Then the last thing, knowledge. Why knowledge? Because let's consider and one more thing, like the main advantage of this bug bounty is like if you are a student and you are doing your master degree, bachelor degree, and even if you are a student, school student, so if you want some project from any of the companies, so yes, definitely they will ask that how many years of experience do you have, because they do not give their security projects to some newbie, right? But in the bug bounty, we don't require any experience or anything. You can simply go to that that platform or program. You can start the hunting. So you don't want any experience for reporting the bugs. And if you're in the bachelor degree, so yes, you have a very good opportunity to make career in this cybersecurity field by reporting some bugs to the organization. And and the knowledge. Okay, so if you're testing real world websites, so definitely you will gain knowledge, right? Because you are reporting the live reporting bugs on a live website, so definitely you will get the knowledge, and you can explore many websites because many researchers are doing uh, research in this area. Like recently, one of the researcher, uh, which is I guess his name is Vance Legon, he found one bug in this Microsoft Edge browser. For that, Microsoft rewarded him with the I guess $20,000, and he got also featured in the some of the newspapers and news channels. So you also get the same opportunity to get the fame. So definitely, it will surely help you to get the job. Right? Okay, I will show you some of the companies. Okay, so let's see some of the companies. So this is one company which name is Salesforce, and it is also a very well-known company. So you can see in the technical skills, they're looking for a candidate. They have a track record of bug bounty awards and CVAs, or you can say the public security articles, right? So this is also the same thing. This company called Traceworks. You can see manage security testing related programs such as responsible disclosure and bug bounty. Experience in CTF competition or bug bounty programs. And one more thing I want to clear that whenever you are applying for a job in the cybersecurity company, so they will give you some challenges, like some cybersecurity challenges related to either it will be a web network pen testing. So from that challenge, they will judge you and uh, judge you and give you the take you to the next round of the technical assessment stage, right? So just learn this CTF. So for learning the CTF, you can use some of the platforms like TryHackMe. TryHackMe is a very good platform to learn this CTF, and it is a free one. You don't have to pay anything. There are lots of free rooms are there. Yes, they have some premium rooms, but free rooms are more than enough to learn the CTF, and it will also surely help you to learn all the concepts in the cybersecurity. Then after certification, because most of the company will ask for the certification, right? If you don't have certification, that doesn't matter. But if you have a certification, so surely they will give you a preference. So for that, I have a few suggestions that you can go with. So the first one is the EJPT certification, and this is one of the, I can say it is a very nice certification for the as for the beginner. Why? Because for the EJPT, they have a free course material, and they have very less price as compared to some other certification. Like you have to pay $200 for just voucher only, and the course material is free. So let me show you how you can access that course material. So for that, you have to go to this website called ine.com and just make a free account. Then after, just click on this button, discover, then click on cybersecurity. And there you will find this course called Penetration Testing Student. So it is the same course, EJPT. The name is different, and here you will find all the materials to prepare for the EJPT exam. You can see they have 3 modules: penetration testing prerequisites, where they will teach you what is the penetration testing, what is the network, and all the things. Then after, in this second module, they will teach you some programming related things like I think many of you are from non-technical background also. So this is a very good certification. You can see they will teach you programming languages like C++, Python, command line scripting, which is the bash scripting, right? So it is very good one. And in the third module, they will teach you some network related attacks and web attacks also. Web attacks is also included in the certification. Right. And currently it is a very trending certification in the market. So if you have some budget, you can go with the certification. Yeah, and one more thing, they will also provide you labs. So you can also practice that concept using these labs. Right. Then after, go for the OS. You can also go for the OSCP, but OSCP requires some knowledge in the pen testing area. Then after, if you want to go for the website pen testing, then you can go with the certification, which is the EWPT, which is provided by the same vendor, Elan Security. Then after ECPPT, then after the CEH. Okay, CEH is very demanded certification in the cybersecurity industry, because it is a well recognized by the many of the company as well as the HR. If you want to know about some of the fundamental things, then you can go with the CH. But at the same time, CH very costly. They will charge around 30 to 40,000 rupees, and the exam is a theoretical exam. So my suggestion would be go with the EJPT, then the CH if you want. Okay. Then after labs, to practice all the web attacks, you can go with this labs. So the first one is the Portsugar Academy, which is the free one. Then after this, application.security. Both are the free. Then after, if you have some budget, then you will go for some paid resources. For that, you can go with this Pentest Lab subscription. And for the Pentest Lab, if you have an educational email ID, so they will also give you some extra discount for that. Like if you want to pay $30 to $35 for 3 months plan, which is very good one. Then after, one more platform is there, which is the bugbountyhunter.com. So this bugbountyhunter.com, it is the same as a bug bounty platform. You will get the same feel as a bug bounty platform. Okay. So in that platform, this owner of this platform, which is Gishano, they made I guess 2 to 3 vulnerable applications, and they have very realistic vulnerabilities, and you can test the vulnerability and report in the same platform, and that person, which is Gishano, will try your bug whether it's a valid or not, and they will also suggest you some of the recommendation if you need an improvement, right? It is a very good one, but still it's a very costly. So just first finish all the free resources, then only go with the paid one. Okay, then after, job opportunities. Okay, so you will get this type of role like a penetration tester, security analyst, and you can, if you are looking for a job, you can go to this platform. So the first one is this one, job.null.community. So this is the platform where you will find all the jobs related to cybersecurity domain. You can also find the categories like research, web security, VAPT, development consulting, forensics, IR. You can also filter the result. Here you will find all the companies, well-known companies. Just look at the JD. You can see they require vulnerability assessment, pen testing, server configuration, hard mode. They will also mention that how many years of experience is required for that role. So you can prepare for the same. Like if you have that skills, you can simply apply using this platform only. You can see they have option to apply, guest apply, fill your details, upload your resume or CV, and you will get a call by the team in 2 to 3 days, 1 week. It depends. Then after, one more platform is there, LinkedIn, right? You might be heard about this LinkedIn.com. It's a it is a professional platform for all the people which are looking for a job. LinkedIn.com. So you will also get the job notification from the LinkedIn. Then after filter resources, so you can check out these resources to learn all the vulnerabilities and bug bounty related things, right? Okay, so let's see one vulnerability on the one of the live website. Okay. So in this website, I'm going to show you one vulnerability, which is considered in the parameter tampering, or you can say the price manipulation. So in the day-to-day life, you heard about the bargaining thing, right? Like if the seller is selling that product for, I guess, 100 to 200 rupees, so you will do a bargain and they will sell you to around 70 to 80 rupees. It depends on your in your bargaining skills, right? So it is the same vulnerability as that. Okay, so let's consider if they are selling their product for 25 to $30. So with the help of this vulnerability, we are going to purchase that product in just very less price. So let me show you that amount also, how much amount they are taking. So you can see they have 3 plans. So you can see 1 year plan. For that they are charging $200. For 2 year plan they are charging $380, and for 3 year plan they are charging $550. Right. So let's click on buy now. Okay, and click on add to cart, and you will find the same type of functionalities in any of the e-commerce site. Let me first remove this one. Okay, then after, okay, we have amount $200. Click on checkout, proceed to checkout page. Okay, so here we have to provide some details. So let's provide some fake details because we are just doing patient. So some fake details is very enough because we are not going to purchase. That I am going to show you that how this attack will happen on the real website. Just click on continue, continue. Okay, so this is the payment page and this is our final amount, $200. So you can pay that amount using 2 payment options. You can say PayPal is there, credit card is also there. So let's click on PayPal, click on proceed to PayPal, and let's see. Okay, so when I click on proceed to PayPal, it is showing the amount as $200, right? 200 USD. So if you want to purchase this product, we have to pay $200 to this PayPal option, right? So let's do some of the things. Let's see. Let's click on continue. Let me turn on the proxy. Okay. So for using the Bug Suite, you need to install the Bug Suite on this website, which is the post figure only, and it's a free one. You can use the free version. It is more than enough. Bug Suite Community Edition. Turn on the proxy. Okay. So let's click on the first link. And you can download the free version from here only. just download this community edition. You can either you can use the latest version or old version. There are nothing different. There is not much difference in all the version. And in my case, I'm using the old version. It's totally your preference, whatever the version you want to use. You can see the professional one, community one. So you can also choose the operating system. Like if you're using the Windows operating system, you can also install in Windows, Mac OS, Linux, right? So it's up to you, whatever the OS you are using. So after downloading the Bubsuit, install it. You can also find the steps in the internet that how to install the Bubsuit. Then after you have to configure the Bubsuit with the browser, right? Because without configuring the browser, you are not able to intercept the traffic. So for that, what you have to do, you can simply go to the setting and click on proxy, click on setting. Here you will find the proxy option. So for that, what you have to do, just click on manual proxy button and you have to type 127.128.1 and just apply the port as 8080 and just click on this button. Okay. After you can click on OK. But you might be think that it is a very lengthy process. So for that, what alternative we can use? We can use this extension called proxy. So for that, just click on option button, right? Just click on add. Just type 127.0.0.1 inside paste bar. It's up to you, whatever title you want to give. You can put port 8080 and just click on save. Okay, so my profile is added. So for configuring your Bubsuit with the browser, you just need to click any of the profile recently I created bug. But let me click on this bug bounty. They both have the same type of configuration. So let me open my Bubsuit. Click on next button. So here is a Bubsuit tool. You can find lots of tabs like a target will be there, proxy, spider, scanner will be there. But the scanner is only available in the pro version of the Bubsuit. Then you have one more tab called intruder, repeater, sequencer, decoder, comparer. All the tabs are there. Extend the tab, you can install some of the third-party plugins in the Bubsuit. Right. So for the same time, let's use this proxy tab to intercept our request. Let's click on process button. Let's click on next. Okay. So this is our post request, which is responsible for sending that request to the payment gateway. Let's see the amount. Okay, so it's a 200 amount. So let me put 200 here. So whenever 200 is reflecting in this request, so it will automatically highlight that parameter. So from that we can change that parameter. Okay, so this is the response of that request. You can see 200 is highlighted here, and you can see the parameter amount underscore 1. Okay, so let me change it to something else, like let's consider 20. Okay, so let's click on forward button. Let's see the amount got changed on the payment gateway or not. So if the payment got changed on the payment gateway, so we are able to purchase that product in just $20 instead of the $200. So let's click on next. Okay. Let me click on the forward. Let me turn off the intercept. So as you can see, I just put $200 to $20. So if I do the payment in this payment through this PayPal, I am able to buy that $200 product in this $20. and it is also applicable on all the website. You will also find the same kind of scenario in all the websites, but mostly focus on the e-commerce side. Uh, they have these payment gateway functionality, so you can also try the same vulnerability in those websites, right? And then after, you can follow some of the content creators, and they are actually they are providing very core content for free. So in the YouTube just search for the Insider PhD, the Cyber Mentor, Musab Khan, the XSS Red, Spin the Hack, and don't forget to subscribe to Spin the Hack. There, this guy is actually teaching you the bug bounty from the basic. There you will find lots of videos on this website. Then after Rana Khalil, Red Team Village. Then after hashtags. So in our day-to-day life, we will use this social media, social networking website, and definitely we will use the hashtag. But in the bug bounty, you can also get some interesting content by following some of the hashtags. Like there are two hashtag is very common one. So the first one is the hashtag bug bounty tips, and the second one is the hashtag bug bounty. So just follow these two hashtag in the Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And the Twitter is a very great resource to get all the interesting information. Right? So you can utilize these resources to learn all the cybersecurity stuff. And the last one, I would like to thank the Young Indians and CII team for inviting me as a speaker, and special thanks to Mr. Keval for inviting me as a speaker. Okay. And if you want any help, you can reach out to me on my social media handles. So this is my LinkedIn profile, Twitter profile, Instagram, and I will also write some of the blogs. So you can also check out my blog, and I also written one blog on the EJPT preparation. So if you are planning for the EJPT in the future, so you can also check my blog. Right, so you can also check this blog for preparation. I provided all the material and resources for that. Okay. Then after, let me show you some of the resources or checklists that you can follow. Okay, so these are the books. So this one is the OWASP testing guide, and you can also follow the Gisano methodology. And this is one checklist, and it is very good checklist. So whenever you are doing any testing on any of the web application, just use this checklist. And this contains more than 170 test case scenario. Like you can see, fingerprint application, you can see brute forcing subdomains, look for the leaked email ID, the network testing, you can see testing for ping are allowed, missing DMA policies, Nessus scan. So you can also use this checklist. Then after, this is the template that you can use. You can say description, affected endpoint, impact, steps reproduced, POC, remediation, and reference. So you can also follow this template while reporting the bug. And this is few more checklists that you can use. This is made by this person called Mohammed M. Awali. You can also check out this checklist. It is very good one. And this guy made checklist for each of the functionality. You can see for the file upload functionality, login page, auth rate, reset password functionality, setting functionality will be there. And it have lots of scenarios that you can try on the real website. You can see. And it is very good one while testing any of the application bounty programs. Okay, so this is from my side. Over to you, Keval.
Yes, thank you, Mayur. So going forward, there are so many questions in the group. If you feel like any of the question you wanted to answer.
Okay, let me
So I
check.
think most of the most of the questions you have covered is what I am looking at it.
Okay.
Sure. Any one question, you can go for any two questions that you would like to address. Any important question that you.
Hello, Mayur.
Hello.
Mayur, good evening. This is Mohan.
Good. Yes, Mohan.
I have some doubt, if the person have that basic things like Linux commands along with
Okay.
that OS things and all means, will you suggest him to use Kali Linux for bug hunting or else like some tools?
Yes, yes. If you have basic knowledge of Linux fundamentals, you can go with the bug bounty. And it is not necessary. You can also learn from the TryHackMe platform. They have very good room to learn the Linux command very easily in the practical way. Right. So there are lots of free resources, so you can check.
Will that bug hunting processing speed or performing speed will be high compared to tools like compared to Kali Linux? Then tool it will be like varying
No.
or else,
No. See, speed is not depend on the operating system. It depends, uh, like if you are using some tools that required high amount of bandwidth. So yes, at that time your speed will be depend on the bandwidth. But for bug hunting, you do not require any special operating system. Like most of the time you will use some tools, and some of the time you will do the hunting on the manual. So at that time your speed matters. Like in the bug bounty, yes, the speed matters because you will find lots of duplicate bugs, and they will tell you that some of the researcher reported that same bug before you, like 5 minutes ago. So yes, speed matters at that time.
sorry, bro. Like even in this also there is some competition. Like
Yes,
lakhs and lakhs of people will be doing the same bug counting. Like at that time
yes,
you will be suggesting some tools like Burpsuit, Google Dogger, or else like if it's
see,
Kali Linux.
okay. Let me show you that thing. Okay, let me share screen first. For that competition kind of thing, my suggestion would be go for the independent program, because in the platforms you will find lots of competition among the researchers from the worldwide. But in the independent program, they have very less researchers, or you can also use some Google Docs techniques. Okay, let me show you some of the Google Docs.
Okay.
That you can use to find bug bounty programs, independent programs. Okay, so just go to this repository. This repository is made by this researcher called Hemant Patidar. Okay, so you will find some of the blogs related to bug bounty docs or some platform related docs. Like if the bug bounty docs or platform, so you will get some of the programs which is not easily visible in that platform. Like for the Bugcraft case, let me show you.
These are all the source codes for hunting. Like
not a source code. It is a special. This is the in the cybersecurity we call as a doc. It is a special kind of string that we can use to find some of the sensitive information, which is not easily visible by common keywords. So you can use these keywords to find hidden programs, or some, we can say, some unique programs. Like you can, let me show you one example for the Bugcrowd case where it is. Okay. See, submission, this is the thing, submission form powered by the Bugcrowd. So there you will find some of the programs that is not listed on their website. You can see. So here you will find one external form, so you can report the same bug using this form. Let's wait. Oh, no, it is a different site.
Hey, Mayur, hey everyone. I think in the interest of time, we will have to take some of these questions offline. Some of us have to drop off for something else. So, we will.
Okay, sir. No issues. Thank you.
Okay, just go with that repository. You will find lots of docs and all the things.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Mayur, can you stop sharing the screen?
Not taken the screen, but maybe you can pick it up again. But we'll share the coordinates of Mayur on social media.
Okay.
request Mayur to kindly drop your Instagram handle or email address, whichever you're comfortable, and also request you to kindly stop sharing the screen. Thank you.
I already stopped sharing your screen.
Yes, yes, now it's good.
Yes. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn profile. You can contact through the LinkedIn if you have any doubts regarding bug bounty. So this is my profile.
You may want to reshare it again if you want.
Okay, let me paste this link into the chat section.
Yeah, that will help. Thanks.
Okay, so this is my profile.
Sure. Thank you. Over to Ankita for vote of thanks.
Thank you, Mayur, for such an amazing session. And we would always request people to take up the questions, whichever you're necessary, and you can pass it on to Nigam directly, or you can reach out to Mayur. Looking forward for more participations in the upcoming session. And thank you, Nigam. Thank you, Nilish. Thank you, team, and all the people who've been watching it. Your feedback really matters to us, and your participation will help us be enthusiastic about the complete program, which will be lasting till 12th of August. Thank you, Mayur, once again for this amazing session.
Thank you, Mayur, and thank you, Keval, for the connect. Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Thank you so much, team. It's a very wonderful session and looking forward to more of that.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Mayur, again. We'll stay connected. We'll reach out and probably see how we can do. Thanks, Nigam.
Thank you. Ending the meeting. Thank you, Mayur.
Okay.
Thank you so much.